Hello everyone. So today I'm going to show you another game which I played against a kid in Charlotte Chess Center. This kid was also featured in one of the shots of Dina Belenkaya where he was teaching his favorite opening, and yeah, that shot's got a huge reach. So let's directly see the game and how it goes. So I was playing with the white pieces and I started with d4, d5, knight f3, knight c6, and here I played this move c3. I knew the kid learned many openings, so I thought let's just try something new. It's like usually I play bishop f4 here to get the London system. I'll still play it, but I'll just delay that thing. And yeah, let's see how it goes. So here he played f6. When he played f6, I thought it's not a great move as showing by the computer too, uh, because it weakens this light squares, and later I can maybe manipulate these squares once this bishop is gone. Bishop f4. So here you will see these marks, question mark plus exclamation mark. So these are not the best moves, but it's still not like worse moves. So ignore this sign, because if the bar doesn't shift too much, then we are anyway rated under 1500 players. So it's like, okay, it's not a bad move, but it's not the best move. So yeah, bishop f4 and bishop g4. He's trying to maybe pin this knight and queen when this pawn moves. I played h3 to kick this bishop off. He put his bishop back. I played g4. So here I knew like g4 is not the best move. It's not like I'm playing a safe game. I just want to somehow get an attack on the king side, and let's see how it goes. Anyway, like, kids are dynamic players, so I thought if he makes a mistake, then I can like maybe win the game even in the opening. So let's see. So he put the bishop all the way back. Usually I thought this is better, but yeah, it's not like it's worse. But after that I played just casual looking move e3 just to protect this pawn, uh, and I get this nice structure of the London system where this knight is not doing much. He played this move e6, then I played this move g5. So I was playing g5 because now he can't take this pawn. Let's say if we take this pawn, then my plan was to get this knight here just to exchange this bishop. So now as you can see, these two lines are open and these light squares will be weak in future of the game. So if I exchange this bishop with my knight, then it will be great for me, because this bishop will come into the picture and it will be a huge bishop for me. And also, like, here he can't move this bishop here because I can take this pawn and attack the queen. He has to move the queen, then I can give him a check because my bishop is protecting this square, and his king has to move, then I'll take this rook. So obviously he can't move the bishop here, and he can't put it here also because I can simply take this. So yeah, that was my plan. That's why he didn't take this pawn here, and he simply played bishop to e7. I just supported this pawn. I thought if he can't take, why should I take here? And I just maintain this structure here. And this knight is also weak now because it can't come here. My pawns are protecting these two squares. And yeah, I thought let's just get some activity here and let's see how it goes. Queen to d7. He wants to castle simply. I just developed my knight. He obviously castled. Now here I thought like I have this two nice open line, and I can maybe put an attack here, and let's see how it goes because I already have space on this side. And yeah, so I played queen a4. Now he played this move rook f8. I don't know why he played this, and I think it's not a great move because it gives, like, the rook is not doing much here. He probably wants to, maybe like in the future, he wants to exchange this so that this line is opened and move the bishop somewhere on this line, and then this rook will come in handy. But that's too many moves, and right now the action is happening on the queen side, so I don't think it was a great move to put the rook here. Now I put my bishop here. Now he can't move the queen anywhere because I can simply take this and get an extra pawn, weaken his structure, and his king will be weak. So here he played a6 to kick my bishop off, and I can take, which I did in the game. Take. Now my queen and bishop are gone, but now like the structure is broken and I already have activity on this side, and I thought like yeah, I think it was good for me. Then I played a4 here. Actually I thought it's good, but I was not finding any like immediate blow that I can like play. The computer is showing the best move is actually h5, just trying to get more space here, but computer is not showing huge advantage. So yeah, there was no huge advantage, and I just played a4 to get some activity. And yeah, so after he played king here, I thought what's the purpose? Then I thought like, oh, he wants to bring this rook here, so to attack this pawn. Now I thought first that when he attacks this pawn, I can simply push this pawn. But then I thought if I push this pawn, he'll either push this or this and try to break this structure. His bishop is also good here. So right now his bishop is actually blocked on all these squares by my pawns. So I want to keep it like that. I want to restrict his pieces as much as possible. This knight is not doing much, this bishop is not too great here, these two rooks are not connected, this bishop is almost dead here. So I wanted to keep this, but I don't want to push this pawn, because then obviously he can attack and this bishop will open up. So I thought let's just play king to d1. He played rook b8, and then I simply played king to c2 to protect this pawn, so that I don't have to push this pawn, and this pawn is protected by my king and my rooks are also connected. But then to my shock, I found this move which he played in the game, bishop check, and I thought, oh no, I missed this move, because I obviously missed that he can give me check here. So I had to play king c1. My rooks are not connected now, but I thought okay, that's, it's not even like, it's not worse, but it's not what I initially planned for. And here I played, here he played actually this move, bishop e4, and I think this move was really bad, and I was very happy to see this move when he played this move, because this bishop is a monster here. This bishop is covering all this important line here. My bishop, light square bishop, is gone, and all these squares in the game, in the future game, will be very helpful. And now I can simply capture this bishop, which I did in the game. And I think from here on I was very comfortable, and I thought I'll probably like put a lot of pressure on him. He took, I put my knight here to attack this pawn. He defended the pawn with this. That was his initial plan when he put the bishop here, that he can protect this pawn with this. But like initially, by looking at it, you think that it's going really well, because he has this strong pawn around my king. But I can simply play this and exchange this pawn, and there is no pawn remaining like this. But obviously I didn't play this, because I have even better move here, and which is the best move shown by the computer, which I played in the game, which is knight to c4. Why this is a great move? Because this knight comes to this juicy square, knight to e5. On this e5 square, all his weaknesses are being like manipulated. Why? Because let's say he plays some normal looking move. Let's say he put his bishop back, I'll give him a check here. If he put the king ahead, I can give him a check. It's actually a double check. He has to move, and I'll take this rook. Okay, and if he put his king here, I'll give him this check, and I'll again fork his another rook. And if he moves like here, I'll again fork with this. So this knight is doing lot of things with just one move. So here the best move for him was king to e8, and here I can simply maybe play h5 and get some activity here, or I can only also capture this pawn, and computer is showing like plus 1.5 advantage for me. But obviously this didn't happen in the game. When I put my knight to c4, he found the best move, which is bishop to d6. So he's basically getting this attack on this square. Now if I do this, he can simply take this, and I take this. It's still better for me, because this pawn is like, this pawn can't be defended, it can't push, because I can simply take this rook. And he probably do like this, and I'll capture this and I'll try to win this better endgame. But here I also played not a great move, which is this bishop to e5. It's good move, but it's not like I thought I was attacking this square and he can't do anything here, but he has this move bishop f8. Now he can afford to put his bishop back. Why? Because this square is covered by my bishop and my knight can no longer come here, so he can put his bishop back. So here I played h5 with the idea that next move, let's say if it doesn't defend it, then I'll simply do this. He can't push it because I'll take this rook, and if he can't push it, then next move, like I can take it, like whatever he does, like he has to play g6, because otherwise, let's say he does this, then I can simply do this, attacking this double thing, and he has to take it, I take it, and I get an extra bishop and I win the game. So here after h5 he again found the best move, which is h6. Why it's the best move? Because now it prevents me from playing this h6 move myself. Here the best move for me was g6, blocking this all the area, and I didn't play it in the game because I was worried that he will play maybe knight f6 and his knight is coming back in the game. I didn't want to do that, but actually, like, even if he comes out, I can simply take this take and I have this strong pawn chain here which will eventually win me the game. But this didn't happen in the game. I simply played bishop to f4. He took, I took, and here this strong pawn was gone, only one pawn was remaining, and I was like not too happy about it. I still have this juicy square here, so that's why he played here again the best move shown by the computer, bishop to d6, again protecting this square. So I just moved my king here. I don't want to capture this because he can simply, like, here undouble his pawn, and these are like strong pawn chain here. So I just moved my king. He put his knight out. So here I was thinking whether I should take this knight or not, and I thought I have to take it, because if I don't take it, then he will put his knight here and then he'll start attacking on his own, and this knight, which was doing nothing for the whole game, was finally active. So I thought, let's just capture this, takes, and I still have this good pawn here, and I have my one move remaining. So I'll play this, which I played in the game, rook to g1, to get this open line, and somehow I wanted to win this game with this pawn. So here he wanted to double on this line to attack this pawn. I played this to attack this pawn. He defended this pawn with bishop. Then I played this move, knight a5. I don't know why I played this move. Actually the best move was here h6. I was even thinking about h6, but I thought, let's just play knight a5 here, so that this king will always be like stuck to this pawn. If the king moves, I can simply take this pawn, and if the king doesn't move, then I'll simply like first push this pawn, and then somehow I try to bring my other rook in the game, and yeah, get this pawn to become a queen. But this was not a great move because my knight is like further away from the game, as you will see in the further game. He doubled. I pushed this pawn so that it's protected by both of my rooks. Now he put the bishop here and I took the pawn. Now this was a very big mistake, I think, by me. Computer is not showing like great, but it's like still a mistake. Why? Because I thought when I took this pawn, I can simply take this pawn, and he can't take it, like he can take it with the rook, but then I can take it like this. If it takes with the bishop, then I'll give him a check. He has to move the king back. Then like if he moves the king forward, then I'll give him a check, and it will be a deadly checkmate, like king d5, rook d7, king c4, and b3 will be checkmate. And here like, so if we take with the rook, then I can simply take this bishop and I have this extra piece and I will win the game. So obviously he will not take here with the rook, and he played this move which was the best move. It's a great move. Why it's a great move? Can you find it? Because he is threatening to trap this rook of mine. So earlier when this rook was on this line, it was very good, but when I took this pawn, got greedy, then he simply took this open line. Now my rook can't go here because he will simply capture this. My rook can't go here because he will capture this. I can maybe take this bishop, but I'll lose the rook for the bishop, which I don't want. And next move, if I don't do anything, let's say I do this, then he'll simply do king e7, and this rook is gone. Like there is no way to protect this, so I will have to give this up, and this pawn will be like attacked now because this rook can come here, and I think it's not great for me. So here after this move, there is one move which computer is showing as a brilliant move and which I played in the game. I thought about it and I thought like why not, because it's great move and it looks great, and I sacrificed my knight. So it's a brilliant move. Why? Because I am sacrificing my bad knight here, which was not doing much here, and I was getting 2 pawns for it. So I took, he took, I'll give him a check. Now here he has two choices. Like if he goes here, I'll get one more pawn, and I got 3 pawns for the knight, and I think I'll fight this game to a draw, maybe even win. But here he protected this pawn, and then I started to go and attack these pawns. So I played first, I just wanted to put my king here to get in the action here, because I want to go here and push this pawn to break this structure. So now here he has a bishop, but I have like 3 pawns for the bishop, so it's still equal material. But if he somehow starts attacking with all his pieces on my pawns, then it might get dangerous for me. So he doubled the rook to attack my pawn. He has now 3 pieces attacking this pawn. So I just did this. If he takes this pawn, I can simply take this pawn. So he took with the bishop. So here I couldn't take this pawn. Can you know why? Because initially my plan was to take, but then I realized if I take, he can simply give me a check first. I have to take this, and then he'll take my rook and he'll win the game. So that's why here I had to first move my king away from this bishop check, and now he can do this. So when he did this, it's actually again a great move. It's the best move shown by the computer. Why? Because now I can't again take this pawn because he'll take my rook, and here I have to take this rook. So because this rook is also under attack and this rook is also under attack, so I have to take one of his rooks. So I took here. So here the best move was not this. Like it's okayish move, it's good, it's equal move, but now like he can take this, I can take this, and it's great. But here after I took, he took with this bishop. Why? Because he wanted me to exchange this rook here, and like in usually I have extra pawns, but my pawns are too far away from queening, and they are on the initial squares. If my pawns were somewhere here and my king was somewhere near it to make it queen, then this bishop is not doing much, and it has to sacrifice for my queen, and I'll win the game. But now if I exchange this rook and he gets this bishop, then he was in time to quickly bring his king out, and his bishop and king will attack my pawns, and it will be game over for me. That's why here I didn't want to exchange the rook, and I did this. I thought if he moves the bishop anywhere, then I'll get this pawn, and let's see how it goes. But he didn't move the bishop, he instead protected the bishop with rook to h6, and here I played this move. So here actually I was stuck. I didn't know how to proceed because actually I could have played this move, take, but I still thought like his 2 pieces are good here, and my pawns are not moving forward to become a queen. So here I just played this move king f1, maybe hoping he will make some mistake, and I'll move my king and somehow try to attack this pawn. but obviously it was not great. Now he blocked my king. Now I push this pawn. Now here I was hoping that he will take. I thought if he takes, then my king will get good squares here and here to move. And he took the pawn. Computer showing is the best move, but I was still happy to found this move because now I will play king f2. He played this move, wanted to bring his king back in the game. I took the pawn. Now here, maybe he had to play a5 or something, but I don't know what's like the best move here for him. He played this, and then I just played this. Then he played rook to h6, and because now he can't protect this, because I'll simply take the bishop. So this pawn is gone and my king is going back in the game, and this my king will be able to support these pawns. So I was like kind of happy during this time of the game. Here he played king h6, I took the pawn, he put his bishop out. So I started pushing my pawn. I thought like that's the only way to survive this game because he has an extra piece. Here he made a huge blunder, rook to e6. Can you find the winning move? I didn't find it in the game, and it's a tactic which will happen a lot, especially if you are rated under 1500 or so, because it's a very common mistake. And it's because whenever the king and its rook are on the side by side position, and the king is the only piece which is defending a rook, you can maybe give this king a check so that the king has to move away, and then you can capture this rook. So by this tactic, the only winning move here for me is e5 check. He has to move his king away. He can't go anywhere here and here because my rook is covering the square. If he goes like here, I'll simply take the rook and win the game. And if he goes here, then I can give him c4 check. He can take my pawn, but I'll take the rook and win the game. So obviously here I didn't find the move, and I played this move c4. So here, why did I play c4? Because I was already thinking about a beautiful checkmate in the game. I thought this king is blocked here, my rook is covering all these squares. The king can't go here also because all three squares are covered by my pawns, and I thought only this square is the one which is preventing me from getting a checkmate. And I thought, let's say if he just does some moves, like I'll do this, he'll do this, and my plan is to just, I'm making some moves so that this square is covered by my pawns, and then I'll simply maybe do this. Let's say he does this, then there is mate in one, which is this. I know it's too beautiful and I was thinking too far ahead in the game, but I wanted to get this kind of checkmate to finish off this game in style. But by thinking too deep in the game here, I was missing this rook here, which was hanging for like next 2-3 moves. So here I push my pawn to get this dream checkmate. He put his bishop here. I can still again give him the same checks and get this rook, but I didn't because I didn't saw it. I again pushed my pawn to get my attack. Now finally he moved the rook away. Obviously dream can't last longer, and I can't get this rook now. And I even didn't, after he moved the rook, I didn't see that the rook was hanging before. Only after the game, when I was analyzing this game, I thought that, oh, okay, I had a win here. So I moved my pawn, he took, and here he played this. So here I was very happy. I thought I am getting a checkmate. I was thinking what can he play, and I was not seeing any good move for him, but actually here he had two great moves. The best move here for him was c5. It looks counterintuitive because I can simply give him a check here, but if I give him a check here, I thought it's checkmate. Why? Because this rook is covering all these squares, this pawn is covering this, all these squares are covered, and the king can't go anywhere, but he can simply take this. I have to take this, then he'll take this with a check, he'll sacrifice his bishop to get the pawn back, and here I have to move my king. It's still like a good advantage for me, but it's still like not what I was hoping for. That is a beautiful checkmate. So here he didn't find actually c5, but he still found the second best move which is being shown by the computer, and that is rook e7. After rook e7 I was like not too happy because I thought, okay, I'm not getting the checkmate which I wanted. I knew I was still winning because this king is like super dangerous here, and my pawns are super well connected here, and I'll probably win. But I was not too happy. Then I thought, let's push this king back so that I get space for my king. So I found the best move. I think it's the move which gives me the maximum advantage, which is +7. The second best move gives me only +1 advantage. So this was a great move. He has to move back. Then I again found the best move, c6, so that he has to go again back, because now if he goes here, there is a mate into. I'll do this. He has to block, and I'll give him a checkmate. So he has to go back. He went back, and now I was thinking and thinking. I was thinking, like, can I exchange this, and is it winning? It's the computer is showing it's winning because I can play e5 and I can block this bishop and somehow push these pawns and promote. And yeah, but I was low on time and I didn't wanted to exchange this rook without seeing a clear win for me. So that's why here I gave him a check first. He blocked here. I again put here the rook. He put the rook here, and here probably he was thinking I'll repeat the moves and make a draw because he has an extra bishop. I has 3 pawns for it, but I was not in the mood to draw this game. And yeah, I again gave him a check. He blocked, and I didn't want to repeat, so I played this. It's not a great move because now he can simply play bishop to f2, attack this pawn. I If I move this pawn, then he gets this like strong diagonal here. He'll attack, and all these squares are open for his bishop now, and my pawns will get blocked. And yeah, I didn't want that. And but he didn't found the best move, which was bishop to f2. He instead attacked my rook. I played here again. He played the rook to e7, thinking that I'll repeat the moves, and I'm not seeing a way forward, and I was not seeing a way forward to win the game. I knew I was better, but okay, so I gave him another check. I didn't want to exchange it here because I wanted my king to be in a good square when I exchange the rook. So I give him a check here again. He has to block, and now I finally took the rook. He took, and I put my king here. Why? Because now these 3 squares are covered. This king is back and it can't go forward, and I was super happy about it. So here he put the bishop here. Like here it's completely winning for me. Like whatever he does, like let's say he does this, then I can simply start pushing my pawns because this king can't go out of the box, and it will be like I can push these pawns, and my pawns are too many for his bishop to handle. Here when he played this, I was thinking and thinking, and I thought like I finally found the complete win, and I played this move b6, which I was super happy about. Why? Because if he takes, I'll simply push this, and there is no way he can stop this queen. King can't go here, king can't go here, bishop goes here, then I can simply queen. If bishop goes here, I'll simply queen. So whatever it does here, so obviously he can't take, and if he can't take, he played this move in the game. Now if I took here, he will take, and it's still winning for me, but I didn't want that because I can play this, which I played in the game here. So basically after b5 he pushed bishop back. I played this because there is no way he can protect the square. This pawn is here, so the bishop can't go here, and here he simply played this. I gave him a check. He blocked with the bishop. I wanted to move my queen around to give him a checkmate on this line. So he was just moving the bishop here, then I put my queen here. So now wherever the bishop goes, like let's say the bishop goes here, I'll simply just do this, and this is checkmate. And so yeah, here after this he simply played this, and I gave him a checkmate here. So this was the game.